So, last Friday my best friend Jake invited me to what he called a casual dinner party. Now, when Jake says casual, that usually means there's a 2-liter of soda, some off-brand chips, and a playlist that's 80% ABBA, but he insisted this was going to be a little fancier. I offered to bring something, and he just said, "Bring whatever you'd like to eat." Simple enough, right? I figured, hey, I'd make my famous lasagna, because nothing says I tried like layers of cheese and carbs. When I got there, I noticed something strange. The first thing I saw on the kitchen counter was a giant Pyrex dish full of lasagna. Then another friend arrived, also cradling a lasagna. And another. And another. By the time everyone showed up, there were 7 people and, wait for it, 7 lasagnas. It was like a support group for Garfield, or the world's saddest Italian buffet. We all just stared at each other, each clutching a bubbling tray, silently deciding whose mother's recipe was about to go unappreciated. Not one to waste food, Jake made it into a competition on the spot, the Great Pasta Bake-Off. He handed out plastic forks and notepads for tasting notes. People were actually trying to judge things like noodle integrity and cheese viscosity. Someone's aunt brought out a whiteboard to tally votes. By the time we got to the 3rd lasagna, I was already Googling "can you overdose on ricotta?" And people were starting to hallucinate marinara patterns in the ceiling. Finally, as we sat bloated and delirious around a fortress of empty pans, Jake brought out dessert, tiramisu, made with, you guessed it, leftover lasagna noodles. That's when I realized the true moral of the evening: when life gives you too much pasta, you just have to roll with it, layer after layer.